Hello, my name is Laura, and welcome to my channel. I like to make stuff, and today I'm going to be tie-dyeing some t-shirts. Just as a heads up for this video, I had some technical difficulties and lost some footage of me actually dyeing any of this. So this is not a tutorial, but you get to see some wrapping of t-shirts and you'll see the end products. Um, In other news, if you joined my channel for quilting, there will be more quilting content to come. But at the moment, there has been a lot going on, family matters and such, so things have been a little bit difficult in my life personally. So um, I wanted to keep to a schedule though, and if you don't know, my schedule is every other Tuesday, or trying to be anyway. So let's tie-dye some of these t-shirts that I've had waiting to be tie-dyed. I had gotten from an art supply store soda ash as well as actual dyes, the like raw dye mix, which just needed to be have water added to it. The soda ash was for soaking my t-shirts, and I think I may have soaked them a little too long. Um, and then most of them I did a little twist up like this, of like the spiral. I didn't soak the t-shirts as much as I would have wanted to. I guess, well, no, I think I did an alright job soaking the t-shirts. I had trouble though. One of the bottles that I had gotten, so the three colors I had were fuchsia, turquoise, and yellow. And the turquoise was really weak. So I don't know if I needed to add more of the mix when I was making them, but the turquoise came out the lightest out of all of the colors, including the yellow, which was shocking. Like I feel like the yellow was the most vibrant out of all of them. Um, this one I'm testing out, like doing these little bumpy things. I had realized while working, I had gotten some rope there you see in the pink. Unfortunately, I did try the rope, but I realized that my hands were too wet from the t-shirts that were soaking in soda ash water, that the rope was too slick. I do use it, but for the most part, I used the rubber bands that I had gotten, simply because it was easier. And I'm not a professional tie-dyer, and I do not have a professional setup. If you want better instructions, I guess, better dyeing, um, I was referring to and kind of watching Mr. Tie Dye on YouTube here. I'll link the channel. The guy seems really chill and has a lot more experience with tie-dyeing and different ways to tie-dye. This folding technique I really like. I really like the way that this wound up turning out. The folding definitely made a difference in the design. Um, yeah, mainly I started, because I didn't want to get dye all over the place, I started with folding everything, and then I went back and dyed them later. I think this is where I wound up having issues with like the filming. So I don't know if it just, I didn't film at all. Like I thought I was recording and it wasn't actually recording, but I have no footage of me actually dyeing any of this, which is so frustrating because I had so much fun with the colors. Um, this one was another folding one, that I knew I wanted to do in rainbow order. So I knew that I wanted it in like a straight line so it could be rainbow all the way down. The vast majority of these shirts I had gotten from the bins, the Goodwill bins. So they were, some of them had stains, some of them had pit stuff, or I knew if I wore them they would get pit stains. Some of them, the colors were just like off. I do not look good in lilac purple, or in purple in general for the most part. Like, I'm not a big fan of purples, but especially like really pale blue and pale purple. I guess I prefer pale purple than pale blue. Anyway, point is, these shirts needed revival. And I think that I succeeded in that, honestly. This one, okay, so that shirt is a light blue. Not a fan of the light blue that it turned out. I mainly put turquoise dye on it, thinking that the light blue, the turquoise would be like a true deep turquoise. And so that the light blue would, like, it would be blue and blue, basically. But the light turquoise did not show up. Um, Good thing I put yellow on that one. uh, oh well. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. At this point, I'm just scrunching because the scrunching method looked like fun. Um, and I had a whole bunch. I didn't wear gloves during this dyeing process, so yeah, my hands got really gnarly. I realized here that I thought I'd gotten at least some of the dyeing footage, but I didn't get any. So I'm showing you what it's looked like while it's been dyed. Um, One of the things that I did was I put them all in a bucket together, and that did transfer dye from shirt to shirt. But I have no regrets, honestly. Um, if I were to do it differently, oh, this is me washing it out, by the way. You got to wash it before you put it in the washer, um, in cold water. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I would have plastic bags separating them. If I could do it again, that's what I would do. Is somehow do that. All right, and here we are with the final results. So the yellow worked in this shirt's favor. Teal didn't show up at all. What you're seeing at the bottom is some of the pink fuchsia that had transferred. Um, I'm not crazy about this shirt, but I also wasn't to begin with. So this may wind up going to a family member who has been to this park and may like that shirt better. Same goes for this one. I had put teal dye on it. This is the one that I was trying to do the little bubbles, and I think it kind of turned out. Again, light blue. I'm not crazy about. Not crazy about this design, but I have a feeling I have a family member who would like this shirt overall, so they can have it. Not for me, and that's okay. I also just don't like the fabric of the shirt anyway. And that could have been part of the problem. I love this shirt. So I did the folding technique on this one, and this is the one of the only ones that I used the rope on. Um, you can see that the teal is just so pale. Like, it's supposed to be turquoise. That is not turquoise. That is like a pale blue. Anyway, it's not fully rainbow, but I really like this shirt. I think this is one of the best that came out of this batch. Um, and I definitely am going to wear it way more than I would have worn it had it just been white. This is the other one that I did the folding technique on, and I think it looks awesome. Um, Again, I had used the yellow and the teal or the turquoise, and the turquoise didn't really show up, but you do see some of the blue. Um, and then the yellow mixed with the blue to make more a different green. I did get magenta fuchsia on the sleeve there. It's a little annoying, but honestly, it makes it unique and one of a kind, and so I'm not like really upset about it. It's a part of fun of tie-dyeing, right? Overall, I do really like this shirt, um, and I'm glad the folding worked out. So this one, um, I had just done the fuchsia and the yellow, thinking that they would mix more, and in parts they did, but I this is one of the few that I think that I could have added more coloring to, um, or done more to, but that's okay. I think it overall turned out really interesting and still better than the original. The original plain used shirt that I had gotten from the bins. And yeah, that was already in the bins. Didn't that show like just come out a year ago? Anyway, this was a shirt that had already been tie-dyed in like a light purple, and I think it was like store-bought that way, or it was like part of the store. This is the one that I only did fuchsia on, and I do really like how it turned out. I think that it would have been better had I done a better like twist or like a specific design or even a fold rather than scrunching it. But overall, I'm definitely going to get a lot of wear out of this shirt. I don't hate this one, but I also don't love it. Overall, it's just weak. Had I known that the blue wasn't going to be that strong, I may have went about it differently. You live and you learn. Um, this one and the next one coming up are basically the same colors. I had tried to dye them black, but came out with this like purple color, and then I did just fuchsia and maybe a little bit of the teal. Um, the soaking took out one of the letters on the design, which is a little frustrating. So the E is missing from Lavender Farm. So just as a heads up, if you soak a shirt or try to dye it too much, it may pull up the design. And then this is the other one that I did. I did them both in scrunching, both pretty much the same colors. This one wound up getting yellow on the sleeves, on both of the sleeves actually. But I don't mind it actually. I think it looks cool. And the combination of the tie-dye and the pale purple and then with the shells on it, this shirt actually reminds me of the Lisa Simpson episode of The Simpsons where they go on like a beach trip and she becomes this hippie surfer cool kid. That's what this shirt reminds me of, is that Lisa Simpson. I don't know if anyone else knows what I'm talking about, but I'm sure there will be that one person who also remembers that episode. It was a pivotal episode, okay? And I have half a mind to do that for Halloween this year. Half a mind. We'll see. Anyway, I love that shirt. And I this is also one of my favorites. It's not I could have soaked it more, like there's a lot of white space for sure, but this is a McMinimum shirt, which is like for West Coasters or Oregonians, kind of a big chain, and I'm quite pleased with it. I think it's such a like staple tie-dye. um yeah, so that's this week's video. Thank you for joining me. Hello to any new subscribers. I appreciate all of you. And I will see you in the next video, I guess. Yeah, not a lot to say. Subscribe, like this video if you like tie-dyeing, and I hope I hope that things are going well. All right, bye.